Hello, hello, and welcome to Fire Emblem Vision Quest. We're going to be doing a little bit more playtesting for everyone here. So let's get started in just a couple minutes. I'm just going to go share the link to the stream. So I'll be right back with that, and then we'll get started. So let me go look for this. I feel like there's an easier way to find this. I'm pretty bad at it. I just go look at the channel and then pull in the live feed link, and then I'll share it where it needs to be shared. So let's jump right in, guys. So okay, I'm gonna just move this, make sure my setup's all good. Got my water. All right. So last time I played this, I died to a stray horse slayer, which was my own fault. I was not paying close attention at all, and I got borked for it for sure. So I went back, and I also wanted to fix a couple of things. And so this is the first time that I'm playing it since making those edits. So I'm curious to see what that's going to look like with all these different changes. Specifically, the changes that you'll notice are that the thieves in these two spots, they're going to show up pretty soon to they're just going to show up here instead, because I tried putting them down here and it wasn't really working out super well for me, but I felt that putting them up here on turn 3, that'll give me a little bit of an incentive to push, and these guys will be weakened if not dead. Most likely weakened. I also added a fun little event with Crawler later on in the story, or later on in the chapter, I should say. And on top of that, the other edits that I've made since include the new salvage knights, so the new armor knight animations I've put in. I got pallets today, courtesy of Spear Doggo, so I'll be showing those off as well in just a few minutes. But first, we got Ruslan. We're going to go here and just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now, I've been playing Souls of the Forest recently, and oh man, like 20% hit. I haven't seen that in that game once yet. Everything is always like, the lowest I've seen is like 47. Like, these hit rates feel so low. My game feels so inadequate now. Let's see, 12 plus 16, that's a kill. Legalis in here. Okay. Steel blade time. This is what we're all in for. Here's the cursor. Get him out of there. Then the cursor is like a little rapscallion, I'd say. Lara can go here on the fort. We'll go to the fire tome for now. Then S-Sphere can go here. Now over here, I think this should be the play. So we'll show off Larissa's new animation. Palette's not final yet, but I like the way it came out. Maybe a little saturated for my taste, but I'll have to tweak it around myself. This is like the first time I'm seeing it in game. So speed, all right. Good job, Armor Knight. Look at that defense though. She became super tanky this run and hasn't gained like anything else. I've just gotten like, honestly, it hasn't been the best in terms of procs. Let's see, I'm gonna use Brother's Sword here. Get this guy out of there. Let's go Marlin. And then over here, we'll start with Storch. And then we can probably finish with Nazar up close. Yeah, let's go. So Storch, we'll go here and do a little Iron Sword. Ouch. Gets a level out of it though. We'll see what this turns out. Strength, luck, resistance. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, would love speed on him, but the Storch has been doing exceptionally well. There we go, Nazar gets this kill. And then I forget, yeah, Nazar or Onis goes this way. Okay. And then you can go this way. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay. Don't let him take the fort, but I want to get that other guy. If you think about it in terms of like how much this making this move cost me in terms of health, that was a pretty low cost move. Ooh, Lara with a nice level up. I like that. That's good. That might be enough to redeem you. Alright. Nothing weird glitchy so far. I'm annoyed that this water doesn't flow. If anyone watches this later or is watching now and knows how to make the water on the FE8 Plains tile set move, that would be great. I guess I could swap over to the village tile set and just remake the map in that, because that actually has running water. I guess this Plains tile set doesn't actually use water, but I liked the way the walls looked here and just wanted to change it up from the normal one that gets used. So I will. I also wanted the tiny houses, and I don't think the field map has walls like this. So I'm in a little bit of a bind for this design. I might replace it with a mountain. I don't think it's a huge deal, but some people might. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about it. We'll get Nazar up here though. Nazar does pretty nicely over here on the side. Okay. How much do you do? 17. Well, it doesn't bode really well for storage, so I feel like I gotta play it conservatively here. But I also want to make sure I'm in like a decent enough position to get to the thief. So I'm thinking, man, you really can't do much, Marlon. Your strength is actually pretty garbo. Considering you have like a 45% growth, you should be a little bit better than that, I think. But let's do this. Okay, so I can go here, no risk with the steel sword. We'll do that. We'll heal you up. I'm pretty sure Storch will one round the fighters. That's a nice level up. All the stats you don't really need right now. Stats will be great later. Okay. 7, 7, 7. So these guys are doing like not that much, but then these two guys come in. Okay, so I think we're gonna do this. Can we get a crit? Nope. This new animation is so smooth though, I gotta say. It is a smooth animation. I love the vanilla Armor Knights. I'm gonna keep the vanilla map sprites, I think, just because, I don't know, I feel like they're just nice. I just like them a lot. They're the OG, they're the classic. You can't go wrong. Alright, let's see, I could do that. Nah. I can get up real close into this guy's business here. Go for, nah, I don't like that move. But Arcady can't really do anything else, so I think Arcady should go here. Arcady casually one-hitting this dude. Yeah, I'm thinking Arcady so far in this test has been, I've been using him a lot, but he's turned out very good. Gunner, I want to try and use Gunner this time. I don't know how well that's going to work out more long term. Hit rates though. Okay. And then this guy comes in. This is a bit of a predicament. I have to be careful here. So I think you'll go here. You'll move up. And then Iron Sword. You do 16 damage. Your res is probably garbage, too. Yeah, you take 14 from that. And then how much do you take from this? 11, 25. You'll like be barely alive, and then I don't really like that. I don't want you to be barely alive. I can't. Yeah. The way I set this up, I can't really reposition him out of there either. That would have been smart. if I had planned for that a little bit more. Because even with like an iron bow, he's not really hitting this guy very well or hard. So I think I'm going to put him here and him. Yeah, Arcadia's just going to have to chill because I don't want him going against both those sword dudes. I mean, he could probably take them, but I also don't really feel like doing the math to check. More so playing this to see how the game feels to play. I think I'm also just like very paranoid about everything because I've been playing Souls of the Force, so it's definitely coloring my perception, but I'm also trying to, I think I'm playing at a pace that's reasonable considering what the player wouldn't really know. Like the player wouldn't know that these reinforcements are coming on the next turn that have loot. Okay. So now Gunner's in a good spot because because he's making those guys lose 15 avoid with his Hex skill, so that should be really helpful for him or rather helpful for the others so they can pick those guys off without too much issue. But I don't think hit rates on that side haven't been too terrible besides when they're on the forts. When they're off the forts, they're really not too bad, even with the triangle disadvantage. Okay. Versa just hits like a champ. I keep forgetting that she's actually competent on defense. Usually when I've used her defense has been bad. Bad for an Armor Knight, I would say. At least what you would expect out of an Armor Knight. The defense definitely, having high defense definitely just makes her so much more viable, even if everything else is kind of mediocre. Okay, those thieves come in. And this guy comes with 500 gold. And this guy's a light rune. So then it's something crazy. I don't want to add like too many goodies. Like I feel like some hacks like to go a little crazy with goodies. I gave him a red gem and got rid of his longbow as well, so you could steal this from him if you dare. I also gave him a battle axe because it's a little, I don't know. I thought I'd try it out different than the steel axe or the silver axe and a steel bow. So he's still scary. He's definitely supposed to be like kind of a wake up call boss at this point in the game. But like, hey, from here on out, like the game is not going to be as easy or forgiving as it was. It definitely picks up a little bit here through the rest of the part 1. And then I'd say there's a little bit of a breather in the early part of part 2 to kind of get you acclimated to the new units and new setting. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. Okay, I think I like this play. Yeah, because Larissa can go here. The oomph in that step, man. I love it. It doesn't look feminine at all, but it's fine. It's an Armor Knight. The OG one didn't look very feminine either, let's be real. Let's see, so... Oh, you don't want to hit this guy. You don't want to run this guy. This guy's fast. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to do... a little Brother Sword? No, I can do this. Okay. I want to conserve some Brother Sword uses if I can. Alright, let's see, Marlon. Get some strength for me, bud. Defense. I mean, Larissa's so much better at tanking, it's not even a comparison. Sometimes it can be a comparison between those two, but right now it's not. Let's see. You have the Lance Reaver, you can just take care of this guy. And then I can trade off, I like that. This is a good use for the Lance Reaver. I approve of this Lance Reaver use. Ooh, the crit. Getting a little bit of that Marlin support in there helps out too. Because now this is the thing, like, storage becomes so monstrous, and I feel like supporting him with Marlin, man, now I'm stuck with Marlin. I mean, thankfully I've only invested it to the sea, but it just makes him so much better. I'm almost okay with Marlin kind of being a utility unit if he doesn't grow well, and the Zar gets even stronger. His skill, dude, Chair, where you at? You're worried about this dude's skill. He's got 9 skill already at level 11. Started with like level 4 skill. We did give him a book and all that, but hey. You take your wins when you get them. Alright, Gunner. Vigalis, look at that, 100 hit. Clean guarantee for Vigalis. Okay. I'm gonna do a little wrap around here. Yeah, I think this is the right move here. He'll get this guy. You can wrap around up here. Ooh, no, you're fine. But then you're in range. Oh no, you're not in range. Oh, you're only in range of that guy. Isn't that scary for you? So you can do this. 12 damage, yeah. It's great when you get a very high magic Lara and she can just use the fire tome. Let's see. Oh, Ruslan can sneak in over here and start chipping away at this guy, but then he's going to be in this guy's range too. And he takes a bit of a hit, but not an irredeemable one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to heal up Gunner this turn. That sphere should be fine on the fort. I need to go buy Dewi a heal staff at some point, but I feel like I need her healing. Ruslan might be best suited for it, actually. As much as I want to use him for more in this chapter, I do want to make sure that I have time to go to the shop to buy some stuff. I think my inventory is okay at the moment, but this is usually a chapter I like to buy things in. Oh, I forgot to do the trade there. That was silly. That didn't work out nearly as well. Torch might die here. Arcade doesn't care about weapon triangle disadvantage though. Let's see. Storch might have enough resistance to deal with this mage. He does, yeah. Man, this game feels so much more forgiving than Souls of the Forest, man. I gotta say, it's just on the brain right now. I'm just like, up every hit I take, it's the end. It's the end. It's a nice dodge, Ruslan. Thank you. Okay, I got away with that one. I definitely got away. Easy on that one. Let's see. Ruslan. Marlin can take care of this guy. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do this. I think Storch is best equipped to go after the thief right now, because I don't think Larissa can reach even with the father's love. Do, 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 do. No. Yeah, let's do this. On the fort is nice. For this nice dodge, yes. And Nizar. Nizar's just clubbing people with his axes. Alright. Then we'll heal him up. Storage. Wait a second, these guys are scary though. Thunder, Halberd. I don't even think Storch can kill this guy in one hit. I don't think that's it's a risk worth taking. I should just go up to here. No, because he'll get a little too far away. This guy might be a lost cause here. I mean, it's 500 gold. I'm not going to go crazy over it. I feel like I should heal, though, because how much damage is this guy going to do to me? This guy does 15. Storch takes 7, so he takes 8 from this guy. This guy, he'll probably dodge. 17, it's like 60 hit. And Storch has how much avoid? 39 avoid. They should be fine. And then this guy, yeah, he might do some damage. All right, yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna stay with the light brand because I can attack at range. Then he might go for someone else instead, just to like mitigate the amount of hits I'm taking at once. So we'll take a vulnerary. Heal up. Okay. This side is nifty. Thank you, S-Sphere. Yeah, so part of me is thinking it would have been good to bring Natsuko for this map now because of the extra thief, but that's something that the player won't know going into it, so I think this is a pretty fair simulation of what the player might do. So let's keep it moving here. Vigalis can longbow, he can end that guy. Yeah, it's fine if he does that. Because I don't think, yeah, Lara's not going to do much here. I can Moonrazor him, that's actually always a good option. That's always a fun option. I don't have as much reason to rush up now. In fact, if anything, I should start to just like make sure that I don't completely go out of position here. Yeah, okay, only this guy can reach. I should probably move this guy over one so that he's a little bit scarier and can get you if you go there. I like that move. Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea. I like that. I'm gonna make a note later because I don't have my note up right now. So, what about you? Oh, you can attack him too. Okay, so this is fine then. This is scary enough. Okay. Oh, we can do some reposition strats here. Get him just a little bit closer because he's gonna be useful very soon. Daily will heal him up. I'm gonna go buy some stuff, I think, with Ruslan after this. I'll check the inventory with Storch just to make sure. I think this is turn 3 or 4. Yeah, this turn maybe 5. This is turn 5. Halberd, that's a nice miss. Storch on the counter. Yeah, I think if Storch got hit by all that, he probably would have died. Oof. Alright. That's fine, that's fine. Oh, I forgot about those guys. S-Sphere might be in trouble here. Maybe I didn't need to move that soldier in there. This guy she should probably dodge though. Yeah. The crit. Nice one. Okay. Ooh. Thankfully it's S-Sphere, so I got a little lucky there. That could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Let's go for Marlin, that's fine. I'd rather pull him in a little bit closer and have him go for the guy in the fort who can attack back than the guys who can attack him and take more damage, so this is fine. Okay, a lot of reinforcements come in. I think that 500 gold guy's lost. I moved a little too slow on this side, which is fine. I got a light rune, which I think are pretty useful, honestly. I think they kind of get a joke. They kind of they get seen as like a joke. Also need to recruit Lajos. I forgot about that. Larissa can go do that, I think. No, Larissa can't do that, but I mean, she can go help. Let's see. Get Storch. Okay, if I go attack him here, he'll go up there, and then I can recruit him. Okay. So let's do this. He can take a hit from Lajos. $14. $8. It's not enough. I should support, and then 18. Okay, that should be enough then. Because I need to have one of them either Larissa available to shove or Marlin available to swap there, so I can pull in Storch just a shade closer. Perfect. This works too. Conserve my good weapons while I can. Iron gets the job done, it gets the job done. Okay, we'll swap, and then we'll do that. Now he's in range. Now I just need to make sure he doesn't get pulled over there. That's fine. Oh, man. Okay, Gunner's gonna set this kill up for Lara. Gunner with a nice. Now he's gonna tee up the hit. Look at that, 100 hit. The Gunner guarantee. Alright. Okay. Now we'll move him up. We can do that, that's an option. Because I kind of want, I could wrap around with Arcadia and then have him push to take the fort. I think that's actually a pretty compelling move. I'm giving too many kills to Arcadia though. But he's just so good and I need his help. Let's see, we'll just shove him. Okay. You could probably do some pretty neat stuff with Storch and Ruslan to reposition him closer to Lajos to get him faster even. Or to get him on like player phase. But I'm not so sure how that would work logistically. I'd need to test that. Okay. Just outside the range, very well done. Now Ruslan. He's not going to be that spectacular in this spot of the map. He's honestly not very good here. The early turns, he's nice. But I might have to add some more enemies that are favorable for Ruslan to deal with. At least he has the Axe Reaver, which helps him out quite a bit. Let's see, these guys are all going to start moving in. Lajos comes in. Yeah, he's got no crit on me, but he does a solid 11. Storch gets the level out of it, though. That's pretty clutch. Not the best. Okay. There we go. Level for Arcady. 13. Strength and res. He's pretty getting better and better. Let's see. Yeah, taking this fort was a good idea just to draw everyone right there. Man, he is just not leaving anything for anyone else. Yeah, this arcade is really snowballed. He's going to be excellent when he promotes. I think I might just promote him right at 15 to keep it going. But I don't really need to. That's the like thing. It's like I can make him that much better, but do I really need to? Let's see. We'll heal him up. Let's see. What turn is it? 6. Hang on one sec, guys. I should have seen if something plays here. I forget what turn it is. No, it's the next turn. Okay. Hey, cursor. Okay. So there's an event that happens on the next turn. I want to make sure it plays. That's a big thing I'm trying to test for here. Lajos. I'm not crazy about that scene. I don't know. Lajos, I feel like he's just perfect here. So Lajos, I don't know. He's a crutch character. He's there if like you're really struggling, if you haven't gotten any good level ups. He's not gonna be like, you know, the best unit you've ever used, for sure. I think his long-term viability is pretty low, but that's fine. Situationally useful pre-promotes have their place. What does this guy have? Steel axe. Oh, I could have used the iron there, but whatever. Okay, Marlin takes that nice kill. Ooh, Horse Slayer. It's actually not a terrible play here. Let's do it. Ooh, okay. Doesn't get doubled because that guy's getting way down by the steel. Okay. I think here, man, these guys are. I feel so slow. How much speed do you have? You only have 9 speed, that's why. These guys aren't that slow, okay. So you haven't leveled up speed super duper well, but you're not supposed to, so it's fine. I'll have to confirm with the averages. Let's see if we can hit this. Because I can have S-Sphere move in and finish off this guy. Or I can have Gunner. No, Gunner can't get there, but I can go do this. Yeah. Actually, I don't really like that. This might be a job for the light rune. Might be seeing some light rune strats here, boys. So, actually, I think that's a great idea. We're gonna do light rune strats here. Actually, do I really need to? I don't really need to against these guys, do I? No, these guys are a cakewalk. What am I saying? But I feel like I should show off the light rune. Hey Warpath, do you plan to change the night map sprite to match the new? I was thinking about it. I really like the vanilla ones. I don't necessarily think I have a real compelling reason to change other than just for the sake of change, if I'm being honest. But I'm not sure. I have to look at them a little bit more. I saw them a bit yesterday. They looked kind of nice. But I'm not as crazy about them as I like. I just like the vanilla ones. Just what I'm used to, I guess, is really my point. All right, we'll move Arcadia up. He'll be fine off the fort. And we could do shove strats. Not enough. I don't like these odds here for you. But I can do this. And I'll do a little bit of mending. And then get you over here. Now, vendor. It's been a while since I've played this one, so let's buy another heal staff. 2. I don't need Thunder or Fire right now. I have 2 Thunder Tomes. Lara hasn't been getting a ton of action, so it's fine. I think I have enough Vulnerary, so that's fine for now. First, I'll come back. I just like to make sure I have heal staves. David doesn't have anything, and I think Onisim's about to run out, so I need something to carry me over for a little bit. Yeah, I get what you mean on the cognitive dissonance, because you look at it and you expect, oh, this is going to be vanilla, and then it's not. But to me, it's like the map is meant to be like a representation of just what the unit is and does. And I find like the vanilla map sprites, like one, they look good, in my opinion, and I think they kind of convey that fine. Even if it's not the same Armor Knight, maybe it'll be a little bit of a pleasant surprise. I feel like it's at least easier to tell on these ones, like what's what, like on the map, especially because I'm using different types of armor. But again, I haven't seen the new ones, so I'll need to make a judgment call later. But right now, my thought process is these ones work and they don't look bad, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, he hasn't taken any damage here. Yeah, Arcadia really does tear this. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Oh, and this guy comes in too. Yes, here we go. Oh, I forgot I did. Okay, this is what I did. So now, his AI is set to charge. He is going to charge me. Everyone on the map is also going to charge me. So I'm about to get swarmed, and I'm really curious how fun this will be. The only one whose AI doesn't change is this guy. This guy's still gonna run away. But Okay, this is tricky, man. This is tricky. Now, I could keep moving up. See, man, so already my thought is like, I love the way that this changes the flow of battle. I know Warpath, you said this one kind of felt a little bit like a slog, and I get what you mean. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of a pitched battle, but at the same time, it really isn't. It's not like we're seizing a castle, we're assaulting a supply train. So it shouldn't be like too pitched. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hole up over here with Storch, because you've got Iron Lance. Yeah, these guys aren't like that scary. They're more meant to like, I don't know, I might make them tougher. Oh, hey Mark, welcome. Oh, I'm glad you like this one. Yeah, this one got reworked quite a lot. Originally, it was a very forest-heavy map, and it was big, and it had these different paths you can go down, and it was fine, but it was a little slow, especially with all the terrain, as you can imagine. But I decided ultimately against it just because I felt that it needed a bit of a change, and I also had the concept too. It stole concepts from Path of Radiance, where you had like the prisoners to push around, and I was really bad at hacking at the time. I'm not that great now, but I didn't know how to give out rewards to the player for keeping the prisoners alive, and also it was really easy to keep them alive. Like there are very few situations where you would have needed to kill a prisoner to get to an enemy, you know, in a timely fashion. So it kind of just like felt like it was in the way. So I changed it up a little bit, and I'm pretty happy with the way this one came out. Ultimately, there isn't really a lot going on in the middle right now though with this turn 7 piece. Like, no, you'd have to be moving pretty fast to get to this part of the map. I mean, you could like push and hole up here. But like, there's a lot of map that doesn't really get used, which I guess is okay. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Not using all parts of the map. Yeah, I get what you mean, Warpath. The lack of pressure can definitely make it easy to slog through, and this should be a more high pressure battle. The reinforcements coming out of the forts too, I like here, just to kind of like, because then you can choke, because now you're playing defense, right? And you can use these mountains to kind of choke a bit. You could use up here to choke a bit. There's a couple different options for how you, depending on how fast you play, just like where you can hole up, but there are different options, and you're not just like kind of caught in an open field with enemies. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. Ruslan. How do you do against each of these guys? I think in the forest you'll be best. So I think we'll do in the forest, 49 avoid. Okay, you're gonna go... Oh, can you pull this guy maybe? We'll try that. I want to get him over to the armory. And then the rest of y'all... I need to pull up here, I think. Ooh, this guy's got an axe reaver, he's scary. Okay. So maybe I should send these two down to help out. These guys, they're just like all very much at risk of getting screwed hard. Actually, Esphere's probably fine there by herself. So I can do some Arcady strats maybe. And by Arcady strats, I mean send Arcady down to the fray. With the Galus right here. He's got the Iron Axe equipped, that should be fine. Then over here, Storch and Marlin should be able to take these guys. I'm worried a little bit about Larissa, if I'm being honest. Let's see. He'll be there in 2 turns, so I have a feeling getting to the red gem is going to be tough because I put Esphere on the right side. I should have brought Esphere up the left, which I didn't think about doing at first. So that is my own fault and oversight. So I won't be getting the red gem, but that's fine. I don't think I'll really need the money, but I like incentives for players to like go for stuff, even if they don't necessarily need it, just because they like getting it. Like, oh, there's an item here, I want to get it. Like, I want to get every item. Like, I know I'm definitely that type of player, especially when I'm playing Fire Emblem. I want to get every single item the game has to offer me. So even if it's like, hey, this is a little redundant, I've already recognized that the game is not going to be necessarily as difficult on the golds. On the gold, you'll have plenty of gold for most of the game, I think. If you're using your thief, if you're using that sphere wisely. Alright, now these guys all just come in. This is cool. I kind of like the way this feels. Immediately on the defensive. Because those last few turns of like a kill boss chapter always kind of bore me, where you're just like waiting. Oh, he switched to the Iron Lance. That was clever. Okay, you might not have a weapon and you might be sandwiched. You might be dead. Okay. Not the best outcome, but you dodge an 86. That's worth something. Oh, you go for him instead. Oh, whoops. Okay. That should be close to a kill with the Axe Reaver. Okay. This was actually pretty poor positioning on my part. But I panicked. See, I panicked. I guess that's the fun of it, right? Okay, he's moving in. Thief escapes. Everyone else moves in. These guys are coming in hard. Nice. No charge at me. Okay, so I'm glad these, from a playtesting standpoint, I'm glad that all these changes worked. And I'm glad that he dodged that too, holy heck. Storch is giving the steel sort of workout right now. Do you guys think the reinforcements feel fair? There's no signaling before it that they're coming, but if you're playing at a reasonable pace, then you should be right above them to deal with them. Like, I don't know, they're not ambush spawns, so I feel like they're not unfair. Ooh, she could be dead if she doesn't dodge this. No, I don't want to reset this again. Dang it. That's annoying. But it was my fault. I definitely didn't respect the enemies in the map there. And I forgot, this guy screwed me over too because he has the Iron Lance in his inventory. That was, man, the game knows what I'm trying to do. Oh man. Oh man. Alright. I think, let's see, the next chapter. You know what? This is actually an opportunity. We're going to try doing this without S-Sphere, as difficult as that might be. Because I don't really feel like replaying this. But I want to play it right too, and I would like to have S-Sphere for these later maps versus, you know, the unit you get the next chapter that replaces her. But I also want to move on. And this is a playtest, so I'm just like testing to see how everything looks and feels. And you can get by without her. I can get by without the red gem. I don't think she had anything too important on her person. She had the light runes though. No, the light runes, they're lost. Okay, so now let's see. How do you do against him? Oh, he's got the battle axe equipped. So with the steel bow is 10, 17, 27. You're taking 10 from him, and 6 speed, 10 speed. You're getting hit for 20. That's gonna get you pretty low, but then we should be able to. Let's see. We should be able to get everything else after that, and then we'll just end the map right here. I think that's gonna be the play. And of course, I don't have any more heals left on this guy. Man, this chapter was just not in the cards for me. I'm going to send Ruslan over here. In case something goes wrong, he might be able to go to the armory at least. Okay. The right side definitely got a little screwed here. I had bad positioning. I got a little flummoxed. There's Lara here. I might replay off screen just to do another round later. Okay. You can choke here. And then you can do this. Pick off this guy, I guess, with the longbow. Yeah, I like this play. Just get some guys, just clear these guys out a little bit. Legalis is also fairly well leveled here. The enemies aren't getting a ton of experience. I think I'm a little... My levels are actually pretty good for the most part. Alright, let's see what happens. This guy goes to the Axe Reaver, but of course. Oh, we get a nice clean kill though. Oh, he goes for Nazar. Shit, I put him in the wrong spot. Play him out for a sec, guys. Urin's the duel. Okay. We gotta surround him. Oh god, Dream of 5 levels? I mean, sometimes when I get no experience, it feels like Dream of 5, if I'm being honest. Strength, okay. Legalis only yearns for strength. Okay, this guy. Yeah, so my initial thoughts here is I like this so much more than having to just like slowly fight him away here. He doesn't need to be in one space. This isn't a throne. We're in an open field. His personality's like, oh, I'm the jailer and I'm mean, and so he's just like eager to fight. I think this makes sense both thematically and better for gameplay. Man, does this guy take like no damage. Holy heck. Well, Marlon also has like no strength. Marlon's hitting this guy for 12. Oof, Marlon, come on, you're killing me, bud. C7? Why are my guys so weak against him? Even Storch, man. Okay, I'm in rough shape right now. Because no one can really hurt this guy on this side. Maybe Nazar can. Nazar can do it. Okay, so let's see. How can I combine this? So 16, so that takes me down to 24. And then that's 12, so down to 12. And then Lajos can do 9. And then Marlon can go in for the finish. I think that might be the move. Alright, let's try this out. Nazar. Oh, Nazar might crit because he's in Wrath range now. Oh, okay, easy. Star Fox quotes. I'm going to change that eventually. That was pretty cool. Alright. I very rarely ever see Wrath get used. I forgot he had it. Speeded Raz. Okay. Nice. So that's how we end the chapter. So I like that a lot more already. It shortens the map too. Gives it a little bit of a punchiness. I feel like there should be like some loot on some of these other guys to incentivize you sticking around just a little bit longer. I'm not really sure what I would put. I've already given you a lot, and there's a lot more to be gained. But not totally sure. Do you guys think there's anything good that would be worth putting on one of those enemies on the right side toward the top that would incentivize the player to maybe try and strafe the boss a little bit? I don't really necessarily know if I want to encourage that, but I think more so encouraging playing fast up the right side so that you can get everything. This scene, since Pikmin's Let's Play, I changed up this scene just a touch. Okay, Warpath. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I'm like eager to overload with stuff, but I don't really have anything else I want to put in this chapter. Okay, this scene was fixed. There's a typo there I need to fix. I feel like this scene would make a little bit more sense if I had a scene where Titus finds out about how his father died, and you see him grieving a little bit. But I just don't know where I would put that, and I feel like I'm already kind of like at max capacity for the number of scenes and dialogue in this game, especially the early game. There's a lot. I recognize that like my characters, they all are kind of like flowery in their speech. And that's like a little bit of that's intentional, especially for the nobles. Like you notice how like Titus or Groudon talk and how they use lots of words and very descriptive language and store. And it's like I think everyone has a little bit of a distinct style, and I think I overcompensate a little bit for that by just putting in more. But I'm not sure. I also read this so many times. But this is also like this is the turning point chapter. We're introducing a new character into your army. We resolve stuff with Storch's dad. Like this is just a lot comes kind of to fruition, or a lot kind of comes to a point at this particular juncture in the story at chapter 8. Throw in some babies. Let's keep it simple. Storch, are you interested in stopping Groudon? Yeah, baby. Okay. I also feel like maybe adding a scene where Groudon and Titus kind of have their words exchanged beforehand might help. Because right now, just like Titus kind of slips away, and then talks about like starting a rebellion with really nothing. He doesn't really even have any soldiers besides Helga. But I don't know. There are some thoughts I have on how I might fix this, but it's really low priority right now. Neat. Found it on a dead guy. Neat. Oh, S-Sphere, rest in peace. Ooh, that's a typo. The ETH seal. Okay. That's gonna be for Katie. Hey, you there. Are you alright? You're free to go now. Thank you for rescuing me. Your band is quite interesting. You're from Balar, right? Yeah, that's right. There's a few of us from other parts of the Empire, and some from other nations. Why do you ask? Okay. Modus is kind of shoehorned into here, honestly. He exists more for gameplay than for story, honestly, but... ETH seal secret item, yeah. I think I'm just trying to do a little bit too much here, but I don't think it's necessarily bad. Alright, so that was chapter 1-8, the Jailer's Malice. Yeah, I think the writing is definitely the part that needs the most work here now. I feel pretty good about the gameplay, honestly. I feel pretty happy with where we landed in terms of having the boss move and all that, and the general difficulty. Like, I think it's like kind of right in the sweet spot for where I want this type of chapter, kind of given where your army's at. I am going to make a separate save here because I will go back and replay it so that I can use S-Sphere for later maps. For the sake of the stream, I'm going to continue on with 1.9. I want to try this out because I made a few other changes to it. But before we get into it, I'm going to quickly just make some notes from that I forgot to make throughout. Let me just get some notes up. Loading. All right, things are moving a little slowly here. Let's see. Things are moving a little more slowly. I'm trying to open up my notes and it's not coming through. Then why is this being so funny? Okay, here we go. Then let's see. Just making some notes. Okay, tile set stuff. ETH seal in end event. Check for flow in scenes. Lord Titus says this passing. I fix that. And then what else did I miss? And then just like I'm gonna just make a note here. Explore adding scene where Groton and Titus come to blows a bit. Just establish the relationship a little bit more. And then yeah, I think that's probably all for now. While we're waiting, I'm gonna go take a short break. But before I do that, I'm just gonna respond to Mark. Let's see. When the time comes, a lot of the writing can move to sports. That is true. That is true. I tried hard to keep as much of the stuff in dialogue as possible that didn't necessarily need to go to support. So like I have some support stuff like drafted up in like little notes and things like that. For like this guy's gonna talk about this with this other person. Some of it might be able to get moved to support. Other bits of it I might want to keep in there just to help with world building because I don't expect like this is a big game, and I don't expect every single character to get all the supports. I don't expect someone to use every single person. So there's a lot that you can miss, which I guess is fine. So maybe that's actually as I'm talking through, maybe better just to put everything in the supports. No, I'm kidding, but I'll definitely throw some yeah babies though. But I'm gonna take a very short break, and I will be back in just a few to continue on. So I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'll see you guys in just a few. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Some guy. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think I just overthink it because I know people will pick apart anything if given the opportunity to. But I also want to make something that's like not only satisfying to play, but also a good story. I feel like with Fire Emblem, it's kind of like you definitely have that balance of people who prefer the story elements and the people who prefer the gameplay elements. For me, I definitely like the marriage of the two a lot. I think gameplay story integration is really important, at least for me when I'm playing and like making the maps fun and feel engaging. I think a lot of the time. I mean, otherwise, like you'd have to make like some really freaking good maps to make that compelling. Oh, okay. This is the new Fistan. This is courtesy of Melia. So Fistan has gotten a little bit of an overhaul. I like the way he looks with his green eyes and his like kind of Christmassy sort of decor, kind of matching Groudon over here, who's also due for an update pretty soon. Move the cursor out of the way. Yeah, these two both are pretty ugly right now. Levin started on a Leslie. I'm waiting to see how he finishes that up. I know he's in the middle of doing some stuff. These two are also due to get changed. I've been working on a Hollis, the guy on the right, for a while. But it's just been taking me some time, and just with moving, I haven't had a chance to really touch the sprites. Alright, so the only changes that I mean, from the public version, this map has changed quite a bit. What I've changed more recently since the last time someone played this is I widened this a little bit, and these guys, they move, I think. Do they move? I forget. They move now. So these two Armor Knights both move. They don't stay in place like most of the other ones, and this is a little bit wider. So I changed some of the reinforcement stuff a little bit too. Here's Garrison, he hasn't changed at all. He's fine as is, I think. But I do need to think about how I want to do this for a sec. Let's see, pick my units. Yeah, you have to bring 13 units here. Now, thinking about I want to try Ruslan this time. I'm definitely using a bit of a B team here. Let's see. I feel like I might need Lajos, but I don't know who to really bring him in for. Man, not having Esper feels so weird. And it's nice to have two thieves for this chapter too. This is going to be tough. I'm going to give it a go. I have to at least try. But I'm probably not going to stay on as long as I have the past couple of times. I want to do some other stuff later today I need to take care of. But let's see. I think I kind of want to bench Marlin, honestly. Marlin has not leveled up really very well at all, and Lajos can do some reliable chip over the walls. Being sword locked in this chapter is not going to be great for him. So let's see what Marlin has, what goodies he has. Trade over the Zanbato to you, and then we'll deposit one of these vulneraries here. Okay, hand bow. You need some better bows, my friend. Let's see. Heal bow. You're gonna trade some heals around, so heal here. Heal here, okay. Let's see. I think this is fine, honestly. We'll give him some healing too. I wonder how he'll be with the Boogyuk actually, if you wanted to do that. Because he can get there pretty soon. He's B rank. Okay, he's actually not as close as I thought. Where's Vigalis at? Vigalis is like high C. Okay. Not too far behind. Not too far behind at all. Vigalis, like, and Lajos are probably going to be the most natural units you compare. Vigalis is stronger. Lajos is way quicker. Vigalis has a significantly, I don't know significantly more bulk, but notably more bulk potential, better luck, lower skill, but he promotes and gets axes. So you're definitely going to play the long game if you're, torn between these two, especially if Vigalis is turning out well. I mean, if he's bad, bench him, but mine's been pretty decent, and he supports Arcady, who's really monstrous, so I think that's fine. And then we have Titus, who can take this Elfire, which is nice. I think I'm going to get a Thunder Tome from Lara, too. So Titus, he's been changed up a little bit. He's now a Mage Armor Knight. I think this was in the most recent update. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played what's publicly available that I forget. It's been almost 3 months since that release. He's been changed to be a little bit stockier, more like a magic armor class. So he gets a promotion event that gives him an item in a couple of chapters. But for now, he is a major armor who's going to be a nice foil to Lara as a frontline magic unit. And then Helga, who is pretty strong. She's definitely the tankier of the two Wyverns for sure. I mean, 55 strength growth is really nice. 35 defense is solid. Everything else is pretty middling for those stats, but good enough for her. Let's do a quick compare to Ruslan. Ruslan's, it's almost like a red and green Cavalier type of setup between these two. So, you can use both. Why not? So I'm going to use both here because not been that great. And let's see. How do I want to split these guys up? So I'm going to send Storch up the right, I think this time. And then Storch, Vigalis, Arcady, Daily Gunner, and then the rest on this side. I could go up the middle, which could actually work. Let's see, I can't really go up the middle with anyone. Let's see, Steel Sword, You've got an iron blade. You've got a dragon axe that I can get. Helga is actually pretty good up the middle, so I might do that, but I know I'm going to send like this core of guys up the right, I think. So we'll see how this goes. We'll give it the old try here. Okay. Yeah, he gets personal Dire Thunder, which is really nice. It helps with his speed. I don't have a fancy Armor Knight for him, but now he looks like a special one because all the others are the salvage ones, so... Something special about being more vanilla. Okay. Oh wait, who has the hammer? Do you have the hammer? Do you have the hammer? No. Oh, the hammer's in the convoy. Alright, that's fine. We can do a little bit of this. 10-10, yeah, I'll whittle him down a bit. So this is where Lajos comes in handy. Oh, that animation is so nice. Lajos comes in handy to whittle this guy down a little bit. And then sets up the kill for Helga. How does Helga do over here, actually? I don't like that. We can set this up for Nazar instead. Yeah, let's do this. Nazar with a crit. Nazar's been I think Nazar's been getting better. He was very good last. The support helps him a lot, I think. Because he's got a pretty good affinity. Yeah, his affinity helps him a lot. And then... I kind of want to go up the middle. I don't think my team is good enough to go up the middle. Honestly, I think I'd rather take this a little bit more slowly. Okay. But there's really no fun if I go in slowly. Let's see. Gunner. Okay, you can do this. Let's go, Lara. Which audio are you referring to, some guy? That's a nice level. Lara's redeeming herself quite a bit here. Okay. And then Honor Slayer. Yeah, I like these odds. Steel Blade. Okay. Storage can just charge in. The right side definitely feels a little bit more stacked. I'm gonna send both my wyverns this way, actually. Oh, they have a talk conversation. This is new. Oh, nope, not what I wanted to do. See. Okay, we got chat here. Okay, no worries, dude. Something's up with the blinking frames on him. I'm glad you liked that one, Mark. I like that chat too. AI is a little sluggish here. Or does not care. Look at this night-on-night action right now. Okay, here we go. New character. She still needs some work done on her, but this is the concept. Okay. So this is Odalie. She's here for exactly this reason. If your S-Sphere for whatever died earlier on, this game has so many stealables, I decided that you should have a second thief. I didn't think she should be as good as S-Sphere because I didn't want her to be a replacement. Or another replacement for if your S-Sphere died, basically. Like if you're playing Iron Man, Odalie's great. If you're not playing Iron Man, then you probably will bench her after this chapter, in all honesty. But some things that she has, I'll go into her. She can get recruited by Arcady or Storch. I usually just will send Storch over. I'll show off her stats. So she's always just telling everyone to be safe. So yeah, her growths. She has pretty solid growths for a thief. On average, she'll certainly I think she'll cap the things that matter. So like if you want like a combat thief or whatever, or you like training low-level thief units, like she could be fun for you. I don't know. You have options, guys. You definitely have some options in this game with who you decide to use. So let's see. Yeah, because Gunner. I'll set this up for Gunner. Generic replacements for the win? No, I don't think so. I think they're cool and all, but I don't think they would work here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens when I do this. Because he's going to eat a hit from... Yeah, Vigalis will die if I put him there, I'm pretty sure. So I need to put him here. I'll put him here and shove. He's got the hatchet equipped, that's fine. And then you can go here. Feeding some kills here to Mr. Gunner here. He's leveled up okay so far. But I want to try him out. Oh, rescuing Storch there would have been nice, I think. Now over here, let's see, how do you do... This is Dire Thunder time, yeah. This definitely helps him with his low speed, but 30 uses will go by very quickly if you use it pretty aggressively. And it's the kind of tome, like, Brave Effect tomes are always useful. Let's see... That's not a kill. This is a kill though, Steel Axe Helga. I love Helga's palette. Queen 30, let's see, we can get Lajos over here. Lajos is pretty good against the mages. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna... Father's Love here. Can you barrier? Ooh, we can get barriered too. Look at the strats right now, guys. The one thing that I think that I strive to do with the game that I think I was able to deliver on for somewhat was making you use items that you don't normally use that are in the base game. Like, how often do you ever use your barrier staff when you're not just like trying to spam for staff level? Like, when do you actually use it for like a combat related purpose? I feel like not very often. So I like that there's like actual reason to in this hack. I think it's just because there's also a lot more magic enemies than what you would see in vanilla. And they're scary because your res is really low. Okay. Nice dodge. Oh, he's a tank that he can take 2 hits from that guy and not even flinch. Let's see. Who do they go after now? This AI is a little sluggish and I'm not crazy about it. I think this is probably now the chapter that has the most amount of 1-2 range enemies in the early game. I guess we're really kind of we're like towards the end of the early game. But this is probably going to be one of the last chapters where like you'll see a ton of 1-2 range. Later on it'll be a little bit different, but for now it's, I don't know, I find when you use too much 1-2 range on enemies, it becomes just like wait and bait them out with your 1-2 range. Whereas if everyone's 1 range or the majority of units are 1 range, then it's a little bit, they kind of encourage you to go on the offensive because they're also going to hit harder. And I tried to make 1-2 range weapons with the exception of magic kind of craft so that bows would stand out a little bit more on the physical side, and that it wouldn't just be like sit there with your hand axe and, you know, watch sparks fly. So let's see. So Galus can do this here. I like that move. Okay, she can get in there, but I think she'll be dead. So I want to go up this side. Arcady's gonna go hand to hand with this dude, I think. Even though he's not great at Gunner, actually might be better suited for it. Oh, she can open the door too, which is kind of nifty. Longbow. Lara could die in that spot. I don't feel comfortable with it. Arcady, on the other hand, is very reliable. But I feel like I'm playing a little bit too cautiously right now. But I don't know. Without having S-Sphere die, it's tough. It's tough to come back from that. I'll go in for this hit. And that should be a kill for Ruslan, I think. Yeah, Ruslan's got this. It's kind of fun to use both the flyers, and they support each other too. Both the wyverns. How often do you get 2 wyverns to play with? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, then this guy's gonna come in. Larissa's fine here. I trust her 100% to tank. Ooh, we'll shove her there. Look at these strats, boys. I like swap on Lajos, because if you decide like, oh, there's nowhere good for him to attack, you can at least like shimmy out of a jam and position yourself better. It's like a little niche use case for him there. Okay. Okay. Oh, this guy's not dead yet. Forgot about him. Let's see. Thunder? Yeah. For Titus. Okay. Let's see, Odalie. I'm gonna put her here. Oh, we didn't steal the light rune from that guy. Man, we have no light runes, guys. We're totally screwed. Okay, I probably didn't need to leave Arcadia there. That was probably a waste. We'll see what happens on this phase. Nazar. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's see what the level up is. Oh, he's some kind of nice one, so it'd be nice to see him get one too. Perfect. Nazar like very quickly. I feel like Nazar very quietly, firmly established himself on this team. He's done very well, and he's gotten a lot of experience. I mean, it helps that he's so strong and so fast that he one runs a lot of stuff. Yeah, I get what you mean about the Cain and Abel types in the main games. I didn't even think when I was putting this game together, I didn't even really think of doing an archetype like that. Ruslan and Helga, I guess, kind of unintentionally sort of became that in a way. Because originally, when I first drafted this up, Helga wasn't supposed to be a Wyvern. She was supposed to be a Lady Axe fighter, but I decided to scrap that because I felt that another infantry axe fighter at this point, after having two already, would have been a little bit of overkill. So there'll be another one that you get. Oh, look, it's getting hit on the comeback there. So it was a bit of an unintentional thing, but I guess it kind of works out well to their favor. I mean, they're not red and green, so it can't be the archetype, right? Let's see. So, steel bow. 16. Who's got? I'm going to have to break this wall, I think. Let's do this. Okay, Dire Thunder getting a serious workout right now. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think when they do the twist, it's nice. I just want, like, I don't know, with the archetypes, I think they're a crutch to describe different types of units, honestly. And I feel like it's a little bit more inventive to try and, like, not necessarily stick to them. I mean, that's not to say, like, every unit should be, like, crazy, weird, and unique and kind of subvert the player's expectations of what they can do. But I feel like it's kind of just, like, it just sometimes feels a little trite, in my opinion, when you see, like, projects where it's like, this is my, Est, and this is my, Red Cavalier, and it's like, okay, dude, we get it, like, you're remaking the same game, but your characters are way better, right? Like, sometimes I feel like people can talk a bit about it like that. Maybe I'm being a bit nitpicky, but I don't know. I didn't even really consider them as a Cain and Abel, but I guess they kind of are. But they're wyverns, and they're not red and green, so it's, it's not the archetype. Let's see. How do you do up here? You're fine, I think. That guy's not going to kill you. Ooh, 71. Do we chance it, boys? Do we chance it? Actually, Ruslan? Close. And he has a better chance of dodging, at least. And then Larissa can finish him off. Let's see. Larissa doesn't take 2 hits from this guy. Oh, no. I forgot she doesn't have a hand axe. No hand axe yet. Okay, so let's just risk it. Let's just go for it, guys. What are you guys thinking? We should go for it. He's got 69 hit on her. Let's just go for it. Oh, that could be the end. Oof, okay, we lucked out. We lucked out. That's so scary. Okay. Now Larissa's gonna have to do it. There we go, Ruslan. Let's see. Ruslan's first level up. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Hit this, please. Nice. Well done, Larissa. Okay. Okay, now this side. So that was a little dicey. Helga might still die here. But I think regardless, before I continue streaming the playtest, I think I might play a little bit off screen just to get back up to where I was. I just didn't want to play that other one live right at this moment. Okay. There we go. Lara's gotten so much better with just a couple extra stats, man. I was worried about her for a while, but she's kind of been a little bit of a late bloomer this run. Gets the C rank finally. Let's see. Okay. This is fine. This way Odali can get out of there. Storage here. No, I don't really need that. I'm gonna send Arcady up the side here. No. Does Arcady want to go up the middle? Pull the Dragon Axe, dude, and take that out? Actually, I kind of like this idea, so we're gonna do this. Okay, let's see how this goes. Because this guy, this lady's gonna attack with a sword, and I think between those four, they should be able to take care of her. And she shouldn't, yeah, she doesn't double here. Gunner does a nice job taking a hit. And also what I like here about this particular setup is that Gunner now is doing the avoid thing with Hex. Not great. He doubles though, it's pretty wild. Wyvern Knight doubling, love it. And then that guy can attack Ruslan or Helga. He can probably kill either one. Oh, this guy can kill him too. Yeah, giving the Palette a twist, I agree, that could be compelling as well. I like when the games do more subdued palettes as Ruslan dies. Okay. Sick. Sick. That guy's strong. Okay, I gotta be careful there. The thieves just showed up too. Okay, now there's more reinforcements. Alright. I'm playing a little sloppy today, guys. I'm playing a little sloppy. Yeah, Titus can take care of this guy. How does Odali do here? Not terribly. I might want to do this. Oh, I can't range. Alright, first, let's see if we can just end this real quick. Nope. Okay, that's for Gunner. Steel Blade to finish. One thing I will say about archetypes though is that people expect them, or that because the archetypes are so prevalent in the series, they expect units to perform like others of the same class, even though like the class as a construct isn't really like meant to be that way, I think. So like everyone assumes like I think Gunner is like kind of like a standard Agma, but with like a little bit of a twist in that he has high res and, you know, pretty crap avoid. So he's a little bit different, but he kind of like plays a similar roles. Yeah. Today is definitely a little bit of my off day. I'll get this going here. I think I'm just a little mentally spent. It's almost sort of getting so late here too. I'm pretty mentally spent. I spent a lot of time doing Souls of the Forest earlier, and that game breaks me. But I had such a good time with it, and I wanted to do something a little bit more chill. Or to do math every single time, but it seems like I've even made this more intense than I remember. But I am also at like a harder part of the game, I think. And that's not to say this part's like... I don't think this is the most difficult part in the game by any stretch of the imagination. But... certainly not the easiest, that's for sure. Alright, let's see. Ruslan's dead. But I also designed this to kind of be a little bit more... what's it called? Iron Man friendly. I should get some speed and strength, something that isn't defense. Alright. Let's see. You can take out either of these guys. I kind of like doing this here. Sick. Okay. Healing up. Okay, Duke. We'll do this. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's definitely a little bit of a crutch. I think it's also always just like paying homage to Kaga. I think the archetypes are really just, I think most importantly are about showing Kaga respect and just like kind of like the foundation of what the game is on. And even though every game feels significantly different, there's still certain things that are consistent throughout, and I feel like the archetypes serve as like one of those. I feel like the modern games have less of the archetypes though. I feel like the archetypes are way more prevalent from like really like through like FE9, and then after FE10 I feel like, with the exception of the remakes of course, like the archetypes don't really exist as much. But I'm not as familiar with the newer games in general. I played through all of them, but good believable game. Dude, man, I am such a Kaga fanboy. It's sad. Oh, bolting. Oh yeah, I should have talked about this weapon that Odali has. It's from Tearing Saga, but I changed it so it's not complete crap. But I like the idea of a sword, like a dagger that gives a void, which I thought would be good for thieves only. So it's unique. It's not her personal weapon, but it's something that only the thieves can use, and she makes pretty good use of it because she's frail. Gives her some extra luck. Okay, that one gets open. I should be able to catch these guys. I forget. Do I have stairs in here? I forget. No, I don't. Okay, these guys aren't too hard to catch. But I still had to push the face and I still died. So, this is what it is. Let's see. Sword Reaver, Lance Reaver, okay. Now, I need some healing going on here. Set this up for Helga, because she's definitely our wyvern now, because Ruslan unfortunately died. But that was also because I made a stupid play and had Helga risk it. I got that bad play is really no fault of my own. I should have given her an Iron Axe, I think. Okay. This side looks like it's going to be secure. We can get this crit. Ooh. On cue. Look at that. Larissa getting a crit. I feel like this new sprite suits her just more commanding presence with 18 defense. Look at that crap. Okay, she's gonna open this up through the wall. Now let's go up this way. Actually, Arcade doesn't need to be by himself. We'll give this to Lara. Okay. Storage might be able to get this close to it. What is this guy packing? He got a steel sword, okay. But I also have this guy coming in hot from behind. So we can do this, I think. Ooh, wait, I like this move here. If we get Gunner over here with the Armor Slayer, we'll heal up Storage ahead of this attack on the Thief. The Thief AI is set so that it'll just only go for the chest and then try and run away. It's not going to initiate combat, but I'm fine with that. This palette looks a little weird. I'll have to make a note. I'm gonna make a note real quick. Generic F palette is off. Okay. There we go. Titus. Let's open this wall up. How do you do here? Oh, you won around this guy pretty handily. The solo sniper here. Befitting of Lajos, I'd say. Yeah, dude, the salvage animations are really good. Blue gem. I'll be able to get that though. I should add some stairs that are inside there. But that might be too much. Because you could still get it, but at least like... Yeah, I'm gonna add some stairs in there. Oof. Generic rapiers. Oh, crap. Did not expect that. Man, I'm so off today, guys. But we're playtesting. This isn't final. Oh god. Man, I got so screwed. I played so aggressively and carelessly here. This is so bad. I'm just glad I didn't attempt to do Souls of the Forest. Yeah, Mark, I did FE5 style rapier, so everyone can use them now. They're pretty much the same, but they're just C rank, so not anyone can use them. So they're fun. I really like the way FE5 handles rapiers, and Storch wasn't really like a rapier style lord. Okay. So I gotta get Odily over there. This is so tough without having S-Sphere, honestly. I have to play it really slowly. And Gunner's dead. Let's see, can you get this? No. Let's see. Level? No. Nope. Let's see. Okay, Lara can do that, that's fine. These wyverns are going to come in and they're going to come in fast. Nice. Okay, Lara's like starting to really shape up here. She's gotten some nice magic. A little bit of a roll with the magic, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Arcade doesn't care about the triangle at all. Having some very rough luck here. Now, finish this guy off. Blue gem. Oh, he's got a chest key. Yeah, let's go get this one first, I think. Okay, heal up. Okay, sorry, I instinctively go to speed up when healing. I've thought about getting rid of the staff animations, but at the same time I feel like I'd rather leave it up to the player to decide to get rid of it. I know some of the hacks will do that now, but I just don't think it's totally necessary. Okay, these guys are probably all gonna go for Lajos over here. Promo, it's the Magic Baron, it's no cape. It's no cape because I set it up before I learned there was a cape one, and I'm too lazy to go back and change it. But I also think it's fine without the cape. I start the new job on Monday, So tonight's my last like free-ish night. I'm seeing some family tomorrow, which will be fun. But tomorrow is or Monday's my first day. All right, I got a boogie. Lajos could be in trouble here, but I think he'll be fine. He's gonna strafe all these dudes up the right side, which is kind of funny. Worm Slayer, that's gonna be very useful. Some convoy strats over here, guys. Let's see. Man, I can't even double these armor knights, dude. Dire Thunder it is. With the crit, though. Okay. Yeah, let's get this guy out of here. Love useful armor knights. Okay, Odalie. I want Odalie here. Arcady. There, let's see. Move her. Get these guys up and add them. Alright. Sorry, I was just doing a little bit of thinking there. Do you guys think these reinforcements are a little bit much? I think it's fine. I think it adds a good amount of pressure. It kind of like forces you to want to like center up a bit. And you can't take all of your time like going and collecting the chests and just waiting around. Like there's still stuff you need to fight while you go around and collect the chests. If you miss them on the way up. If you have S-Sphere, you probably won't miss them on the way up. But I needed the combat too much to push the pace to get to the guys up top. So I kind of goofed here. Okay, let's see here. I want to try and just... I don't think I'm going to be... Ooh, can I... I might be able to seize this turn if I play my cards right, so... Let's see. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it either. I'm not going to be able to seize this turn. But I can do some rescue staff work here. Let's first do this. Let's weaken this guy a little bit. Odalie's going to need some experience so I can promote her. Actually, no, I'm probably not going to promote her. She's just going to carry me over until like, we get the rogue that joins later on. Lajos is going to move up here. He's going to get hit, but I think he can take it. He's a big boy. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I would much rather the boss not be exploitable, really. Like, stationary bosses are always exploitable to some degree. Holy heck, that wasn't good. But I mean, it's bound to happen with a stationary boss. The question is, like, does it really need to? And having the reinforcements coming behind, I think, help alleviate that. Because, like, I can go seize if I want to very quickly, but I'm out of position for that. It's pressure to move forward, basically. Or you could sit around and like drag out the map if you want, but where's the fun in that? Let's see, Titus, we'll get him here. Just a regular Thunderstrike should do it. And slow skill. Skillful dude. Alright, Dragon Axe, that's nifty. It's gonna be really nice right here. Ooh, one of these guys. Few strays. I gotta be careful. Let's see. Lara. It seems to be the way to make Lara good is just feed her a ton of kills. Always just keep feeding Lara. Okay, I have to rescue... Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Rescue... Storch. Get him a little bit closer. Yeah, so true. I mean, my view is like, if you want to play I mean, I've played the game that way a fair number of times where I've just like tried to get as much experience at every single juncture possible. I don't think it's really the most fun way to play. If you think it's fun to play, like, I'll do things to try and make that a less attractive option, but I'm not going to go and stop you from playing that way if that's the way you want to play. I mean, I don't think there are that many chapters in this where you can really do that, because most of them are a little bit more movement oriented. But I think there's a lot more to Defeat Boss than there is Seize, just more broadly speaking. Let's see. You switch to the short spear at short range. Well, we're not going to know unless we try, right? His hit rate's going to be so crap, though. I'm not going to risk that. Okay. I'll have to deal with the reinforcements for another turn. It's going to be hard to get Odalie over there, though. I can Warp Rune, I guess. I forgot it. I think I got rid of the ranged on these guys. These guys are scary because they're wyverns, but their weapons are not like the scariest in the world. I wasn't going to be that mean. Going for Lara. Man, this guy is... Even with the Iron Axe, Lara takes so much damage. She's so frail. Doesn't double this guy either. That's troublesome. The wyverns in this game, I think, are really strong in general. Okay, now then. 9, 8 with a crit. Let's see. Okay, bolting the boss. Not for very much though, okay. So let's reconsider our options here. So you need to get healed. Let's try and crit this guy. He's not the scariest one here, but let's see. So close, man. So close to the kill. Let's try this then. Heal up Lajos. Like, this is nice though. The Axe Reaver guy fell right into my lap. Got this tank with a sniper for a little bit. Now, I want to get some of these other dudes up by the boss, but there's really like no optimal way to do that. I think I've been tempted to like nerf thrones just a little bit because they are a little absurd. Let's see, can we do this? Nope, okay. And then, let's try this. Come on, Storch. Dodge this. Okay. Okay, we're slowly getting there. This feels a little bit like FE6, not gonna lie. 3s, now you're better off going over here. You don't have a ranged weapon, do you? Oh, I can take Nazar's spot, though. Let's try this. There's gonna be a beefy enemy phase because I'm just, like, whittling these guys down. But then they'll all be dead. Let's go, Arcady. I just wish I could put Arcady everywhere. He solves most of my problems, but he's getting nothing. So little experience. But this is nice for Titus. Okay, this isn't too bad now. This isn't too bad. Okay. And what do you have? A Lance Reaver. Like a Lara will be fine there. I'm not going to waste rescue on that. Garrison, let me heal up a bit. Let's see what he decides to do. Okay, this guy comes in first, get Lajos. The other guys don't have range, so I think he's fine. Nice dodge. Okay. And then storage. We don't really have too many other options here. Oh, the crit! This is what I wanted. Yes. Yeah, I don't really have too many other options for tanking there. This guy's a boss convo with Titus. Totally missed that. Just the generic one. Alright, now I can seize, which is really clutch. I'm gonna have to do some warp rescue strats here, I think, to get that last chest, which I'm fine with doing. It's a bit costly, but that's why you get warp and rescue, so you can do stuff like this. So it's some fun times. Sword Reaver. Why does he go for Arcady? He's just like, here, take the least amount of experience from me. Another round of Wyverns come in. No kidding. So that event occurs at this particular turn. So if you're really taking a long time... Oh, that's right. This is what I did to prevent farming. I put these guys here that come with silver weapons. So if you're really taking your sweet time, these guys are going to come get you. So you really can't just like dawdle and farm them. I mean, I guess you could. Like, I've been pretty fast, but this is more just like a hurry up kind of thing. Let's see. Warp. To get the chest. I forget what's in this one. The Earth Seal. And then we will finish this off. Lose the Horse Slayer? Yes. Larissa, let's go. That extra point of strength she got gives her the power. Okay. And then Lara will finish this off here. That was a bloody battle, man. We played pretty poorly. I should have really considered slowing down. She gets another level up, though. Not great. Still okay. So we got everything. So we're gonna leave. This is new. This was added because, again, like if S-Sphere dies or if you like are really unlucky and don't get anything, like this is a little bit of like pity gold if you've been really struggling. I feel like there's a lot of these scenes in the story where it's like Vigalis and S-Sphere both just kind of like talking sense in storage from when he's like doubting what he's doing. They're both just like, bro, like this isn't about like what you want. This is about freaking surviving. This is about trying to make things happen. And I gotta fix this too. I'll double check on that, Mark. Thank you. This scene I'm going to look at again. Yeah, Warpath. That's totally pity gold. I mean, looking back, almost all the gold you get, I think the only real free thing that you can get without like needing to steal or like do something that like requires like pushing the pace is that first chapter. And even then, like that's easy enough to miss. And then you get the gold from the merchants at the end of chapter 3. So it's like if that's all you have to this point, like if you're playing really poorly, the game hasn't given you anything free for a while. Not even any of the bosses really have anything droppable, at least. But I want to, if like you're playing like top notch and planning things out, like you should get, it should become easier for you. You should have more resources. So that was 1-9. I like it. It's hard. I think the map is pretty tight. I think the pacing was fine. I think I pushed a little too hard. I think I want to add in stairs into those rooms as escape points for the thieves so they can just waltz right out. And this way you can't just like wait for them to run out and then get them. I think that's better design. I think it definitely, I mean, you're basically giving the player an extra turn by not having the stairs in the room because they can just come right back. They can walk right in front of you because that's how they got in, that's how they go out. And so I don't know. I'm debating because I feel like for me, like I know the map well and I can play it pretty quickly. And I also just tend to play quickly in general. But if you're not necessarily the fastest player in the world and you're taking your time a little bit more, I don't want it to be too punishing because I feel like I do a lot of that already. I mean, you do get the pity gold, so I feel a little bit less bad. And the earth seal isn't one of the things that gets stolen. The things that the thieves can take and run away, the blue gem, which is really nice, and then the worm slayer, which is nice but really not essential because you get the dragon's axe if you go up the dragon axe if you go up the middle, and there's a dragon spear later on. So it's I think it's fair stuff to maybe miss out on, but I don't know. Overall, I feel pretty good about this chapter. I think there's a couple things I need to tune. It's hard. It definitely spikes in difficulty a little bit, but I don't think it's unfair, and I think that's the important thing. So, curious, leave a comment, guys. I'm curious to hear if you guys think there's anything I should change. I'm gonna go back and fix those errors, but I think I'm gonna call it a night for me on streaming. I think got a good session in. These chapters are getting a little bit longer now as we get into the ninth chapter, moving into chapter 10 next, which is one of the I think more unique chapters in the project. 110, which is around the supply tents. So I'm gonna try that in a bit, or try that another time. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe another night this week if I'm feeling up to it. But I have to go back and play 1.8 again and try and live just so I have a better playtest file with everyone in tow. It was good to do this without S-Sphere though. I needed to try and see how difficult that was. It's doable, which is important. So without further ado, thanks again for stopping by and watching, chatting. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. But until then, enjoy your evening. Have a great Saturday. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.